Hello, welcome back to Destiny.
We're
Today,
in space.
we're in space, but we're not in space anymore. So,
I wish we were still in space.
so today, we're doing something a little bit different. Um, Today we're doing patrols on Earth in the Cosmodrome, and in case you're wondering, patrols are Destiny's way of making you say, "Oh wait, this is still an MMO. This is our menial tasks generator." And we will be doing some menial tasks today.
There's a space janitor.
That guy's a space janitor too. I don't even know who he is. So we're getting a preview of something we're getting actually next episode. This is called a Sparrow. This is our speeder bike. It's kind of like a pod
Space
racer.
bike.
It's kind of like a pod racer, but smaller.
Do you have to beat Sebulba?
We always have to beat Sebulba.
Then you just ditch it. What a jerk.
It's fine. It disappears and we summon it again. It's a faithful steed.
Is this some kind of magic?
Space magic.
Space magic?
So here we are. We're on our first patrol, and patrols are pretty simple to start. Just hit the beacon. They give you a mission, and you run and do the mission. Most are not very fun. Like I said, menial tasks. And hey, look at that! We got a heavy weapon. Our first of the game. Out of that suspiciously convenient golden chest that I missed a while back.
Nice. We can throw rockets at people now.
Absolutely.
I'm all for explosions.
So yeah, you'll recognize this as actually the room we fought that one guy in a couple of videos ago. Now it's just a regular fight arena.
No bosses?
Unless you count that guy a boss.
Oh.
So I recorded this a couple of weeks ago before the Taken King was released, and this was after House of Wolves was released. And House of Wolves added these mobs in a couple of different areas in the game that are way too high for a lobby like me right now. So my best option is just to run as fast as I can. You can't catch me because I'm the Guardian man.
Okay, that's kind of fantastically trolly right now.
I didn't expect it at all when I was playing this, because I honestly haven't touched House of Wolves all that much. I stopped playing the game about, I don't know, a little bit after the first expansion dropped, and came back to it. But
Right.
so that was a big shock to me, and I wasn't very thrilled by it.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I mean, how else would you enjoy a level 1 playthrough than getting killed by basically an elite mob?
It's fine. Everything's fine. Just do more missions. It'll be great. So, most patrol missions, they're pretty simple. There's the one that we just did, which is go to a place, activate your ghost, and complete a mission. Then you got these, which is kill a bunch of enemies and you complete a mission.
Okay, that sounds fun.
And there's a couple of other archetypes that we'll get to. Also, I apologize profusely. There is apparently a great deal of audio desync that I have not been able to fix. Future videos will not have this. I believe this and the next one do. So, a big time apology for that.
How unprofessional. This is why we aren't LP superstars.
Yeah. I mean, I think I figured out the reason why it's happening, and it's not going to be an issue for future videos, so at least there's that.
God. Diabetes wouldn't have to put up with this. I'll be in my trailer.
So,
Why does that guy have a yellow health bar?
that is a great question. He is basically an elite. He's got more health and does more damage. But you can
Fantastic.
still kill him, as opposed to the skull mark, the one we saw earlier.
Because he's only a weakie. A weak elite.
He is our level. So yeah. like I said, menial tasks meant for collecting. Okay, so I'll explain that. What patrols are generally used for is a cheap way of fast experience if you're not interested in doing story missions for whatever reason. But it's also, they did this so you can grind up a reputation for a faction. And
Oh, okay.
the way it used to work was you got a special class item that you wore to switch which faction you get. Because the normal one you get is for faction rep for the Vanguard, which is, you know, stock standard. You go to the Vanguard guys and you buy some gear. Or there's also other factions which are more geared towards PvP. And they sold you your special things to get them reputation while you're out doing things.
So standard, very standard MMO type thing going on here.
Yeah. So hey, remember how we got that rocket launch a couple minutes ago? Let's use it on the enemies that aren't here anymore.
I'm not ready anymore. You've lost me.
This is not a golden chest. This is what regular chests look like. They usually contain materials for upgrades and sometimes really bad items.
Do they at least sell for a little?
Yeah, you dismantle them and you get... Okay, that was an awful rocket. But anyway, you sell them, or you dismantle them and you get some glimmer, it's called. It's the currency of the game.
Oh, okay, I thought that was the thing you'd use to change the look of your gear on yourself.
No.
Considering that's a thing in MMOs now.
No, the most you can do to your gear in this game is you can use armor shaders to color it, but that's about it. It'll still look exactly like the item looks. But I will admit that most of the shaders look really good on the gear.
I mean, it's all space gear anyway, so it all generally will look the same. Future space gear.
Man, that was a great rocket. Tooting my own horn here.
I still don't forgive you for that rocket you did earlier.
One single point of damage on one rocket. That's got to be a record.
I think it is.
So hey, we leveled up, and guess what? We get space magic.
Woo, space magic.
So, the starter subclass... Okay, here we go. Another thing I really have to explain before we go deeper into this. So there are 3 classes in the game, each with 2 subclasses, and a third which has recently been added with the Taken King. Right? So, you have one subclass that opens up immediately until you get a character on the account up to level 15, at which point the second subclasses become available. So the first subclass for our Warlock buddy here is called Voidwalker.
Right.
So, the Voidwalker super is called Nova Bomb. It's pretty spectacular, actually, and I think I'll be showing it off soon, so I won't really go explaining that too much yet. But, the subclasses all correspond to a certain elemental damage. And there's 3 elemental damage types in the game. There's Arc, there's Void, and then there's Solar. Which is pretty easy to figure out.
So what do these spin metal leaves do that you've been collecting?
Those are the upgrade materials that you can find on Earth. Each zone has a different kind.
Was that just your space magic?
That was my space magic. It's a big fuck off bomb. You just toss it out and it blows up and everything dies. It's great. I'm actually kind of terrible with placing Nova Bombs, but it's still fun to use.
What just happened? Why it's all dark all of a sudden?
I'm glad you asked. Every so often while you're out on patrol, events will spawn. Public events, they're actually on a timer, and if you're looking to farm them, you can, if you're willing to spend some time out on patrol.
We might have a problem.
Anyway, the sky darkens, some things happen, and then generally it's either a boss or a set of waves of enemies that spawn and you have to kill them in a time limit. And at the end, if you succeed, you're rated on what you did. It's, you know, MMO things.
Okay, I gotcha. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming spin metal was left by these aliens, because being a denizen of Earth, I can't say I've ever seen this spin metal plant in my life.
You know, I'm not really sure where spin metal came from. I'll have to take a look next time I go recording and see what the Grimoire has to say about it or whatever.
Alright, let's take care of it.
Oh no, it's a giant cannon.
Pretty much, it's a giant cannon on legs, and this thing is a beast to take down. And we're actually getting a little bit of a preview for what's in store for us when we do the strike for Earth. So that'll be interesting to show off. Anyway, walkers. They're huge, they've got big fuck-off cannons, and if you get hit by anything they do, you're pretty much dead.
Right.
They have 6 legs, and each leg is a separate weak point. If you do enough if you do enough damage to the legs, it'll be staggered, and you can start doing damage to its soft inner core, which is conveniently located at a really hard spot to hit in its head. So that's fun. However,
Luckily we found that rocket launcher then, eh?
Actually, funny thing is that rocket launchers and heavy weapons don't really do that well against boss enemies.
Oh,
You'd be better served using a sniper rifle, actually, in most cases.
So you're getting some help here with it, are you?
Yeah, there's someone on the other side of the field been hitting the boss while I've been dicking around with the enemies that come up my way. And you can see there's his true weak point that we were plugging away at a little bit.
Cool.
So as you can see, we're timed. If we don't kill the thing in time, we fail. Which isn't really that big of a deal. There's no consequences for failure. It's just that if you succeed and do well, then you get rewards.
He doesn't seem to like you very much.
Oh no, he does not. I find during this public event that hiding up here on the roof is actually a really good idea, because those smokestacks give you some really decent protection against everything he does, and if you hide while he's aiming at you, he'll almost never hit you.
Just a little more.
I don't think that actually did that much damage against it.
No, actually most super abilities are really only really useful against high densities of enemies. And
Right.
it's also reflected in the second mechanic tied to supers, which is called Orbs of Light, which they spawn as you kill things with your super. So the more things you kill, the more orbs you spawn, and other people, like people in your party, can go pick them up and recharge their super with it.
Oh god, you're almost out of ammo.
It's fine. I've got this thing. I'm not sure if I actually went into detail about the fusion rifle last time we were doing videos, because it's admittedly been a while. But fusion rifles, pretty simple. They charge, they fire a burst, do lots of damage really close up. They've got slightly longer range than a shotgun, but they're still not that great at range.
Right.
And you can see the tracking on the I don't know what to call that attack. It's kind of like a grenade launcher, I guess. That tracks really well, and if you're caught in one of them, you're usually going to get caught in most of them. So yeah, we did it, team. Gold medal.
You got gold.
Yeah. Now when we go back to the tower, we'll have mail waiting for us regarding our first public event completion for the day. We won't be doing that daily, by the way. It's not useful. So back to patrolling.
This is dead orbit.
That walker was also useful for demonstrating another thing. As you can see, that other guy in the field with me is a level 32, which was, at the time, pretty much almost maxed up. And that thing still took forever to die. I'm assuming that's because okay.
Nice backflip.
I'm assuming it's because the guy wasn't, like, using optimal weaponry or whatever. But that's, even so, even if you are using, like, the best weaponry, these things, they take a while to die.
You know what, I'm going to defend you on this point. Not the point you're making right now. But you totally backflipped to find that spin metal. That's what happened.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you can't kill those guys.
No, I cannot. Those were House of Wolves enemies, so they're level 20 plus. So, backing on out of that fight. Thankfully, if you run away, most groups of enemies won't chase you because they're tied to a specific area on the map when in patrols. So, if you take a fight that you can't win, you can always just run away and hope to live.
Right. Like any MMO, really.
Yeah. And here, the patrol mission, you can see we're collecting items that drop off of enemies.
So basically, it's kind of fancying up the quests here.
Yeah. A lot of Destiny is basically just the story missions, but I guess that didn't feel as MMO-y or whatever to Bungie, so they added the patrols in to kind of fill in their MMO quota. I don't know. I don't really mind them. They're kind of mindless. You just do them if you're not particularly interested in doing anything strenuous in the game.
Makes sense.
And you can explore the areas you've been to in the game and find these little dead ghosts. Give you little snippets in the grimoire.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's fun. I'm not going to be actively looking for every single ghost fragment. So I'm sorry if I missed any, but that's not one of the highest priorities of this LP. Because I still haven't done that on my main account, and I don't plan to.
Makes sense. Sounds like a lot of work.
I don't know if anyone's actually found all of them either. I'd have to look online and see about that.
There'd be someone who's found them.
I'm sure there is. This game's been out for a year now.
Maybe not if the recent expansion added
That's
more.
all we needed. Good work.
As far as I know, they have not. But I haven't really been exploring on patrols or anything through the new areas, or anything. So
You're really good at driving. Just wanted you to know that.
I'm usually actually much better than this. I don't know what is happening today. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm on fire. See ya, Sparrow. So, having your Sparrow destroyed like that has no implications for gameplay. You'll still have it if you summon it again.
So wait, how are you making these sparrows? Like,
I think the explanation is that it's actually stored as matter, or as like data on your ship, and you just kind of, I guess you kind of build it on the spot.
but doesn't
Or-
it have to get made from something? Like, what are you making it from? Like, concrete and plant matter?
I don't know.
Your intelligence on this
I really
place
don't.
is
I can't answer that
Time
question.
to shine some light on it, Guardians.
This is something Bungie needs to answer for. I don't care if this game has space magic. Damn it! I need realism in my vehicles.
So yeah, we can actually get better sparrows as time goes on. This is the most basic, like one of the most basic ones.
So here's a question: does this have like little off areas? Like, you load a new zone and it's just a self-contained sort of mini dungeon?
No, everything is all interconnected, and the only loading you'll have to do is at the beginning of missions, or if your internet connection is not good and it has to load the next area.
Right, gotcha.
Which brings me to a point that I'm not so stoked about Destiny, is that everything is done online. There is no offline component. Much like Diablo 3.
Yeah, always
Not
online
really
DRM, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, this is a fun little detour cave. I don't know exactly why I came up in here first, in the first place. And I didn't even realize I had this mission to explore this cave up until the ticker started moving. I just wanted to show off that this is a little cave that you can get into by by jumping that plane wing.
Okay. I'm getting
And
locked.
added bonus, I finished the mission.
Here's another question for you. Do all the ghosts sound like Peter Dinklage, or do they all have their own separate voices?
You know, the only ghost that ever speaks to you in this video game is your own.
Hmm.
So I assume they would all have their own unique voice. But I don't have the data to back that assumption up.
Interesting. I'm asking these questions that maybe Bungie should have answered for. Bungie.
Also, you're almost wrong. In the current set of videos, yes, the Peter Dinklage is the ghost. No longer is that the case.
I'm gonna miss Peter Dinklage Ghost.
Dinklebot had some of the best moments of this game when it was launched. I'm sad that he couldn't come back for Taken King.
I'm surprised that they just didn't kind of hand wave it and do some specific reason, like he found a voice modulated ship and he's voiced by someone else. I'm sure.
I appreciate the fact that they went through the trouble of re-recording all the lines for continuity, but it's still sad.
I have a feeling Nolan North could have done a good Peter Dinklage impression.
Maybe. I don't know. He didn't really try, to be honest. It's a completely new voice. Also, here's another golden chest to take our mind off of things.
Amazing.
And that makes 4.
You got a douche popped collar shirt.
That's not popped collar. That's a normal collar. Oh, you mean on the preview thing?
I guess. I don't know. You expect me to pay attention? Jeez. This is a 30-minute video. It's a surprise I haven't been talking about, like, the finer details of Coca-Cola or something.
Oh, that's fine. Everything's fine. Actually, I was wrong. That was our 3rd golden chest out of 5. And we get something special at our 5th one. So, I will be going after all the golden chests in the game.
Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing what this surprise is.
Well, in this case, you'll have to wait until after we do the strike, because that's where the last golden chest
I'll
is.
inform Zavala.
Which isn't, it's not too long from now. We got a couple more missions to go, then we got the strike, and then we figure out what exactly our prize is. And it's not just more spin metal.
I really hope it's a pony.
So, I'm actually looking for our 4th golden chest right now, and spoiler alert, this is going to take a little bit, because I forgot exactly where it was, and I wasn't looking at a guide at the time. So, I know it's in this very specific area, I just don't know exactly where.
Way to be a professional, Python.
Hey, I'm trying here.
You might have to get a replacement for me, like Peter Dinklage, re-record all my lines.
Dang. I don't know if I have Bungie's level of dedication.
I like how you died due to misadventure.
Misadventure is one of my favorite causes of death.
Oh, I was adventuring and then I missed.
So, I'm onto something here. I'm just not all the way there yet.
If I knew there was going to be parkour involved.
You see that?
Oh hey, look, another public event.
Uh-oh.
I was really considering just ignoring it, but I think, if I'm not misremembering, I decided to just go and try it out anyway, to show it off. So we'll put the God damn, I am awful at speaking. We'll put the search for this golden chest off for a little bit.
Let's do another public event then.
Yeah. Actually, I came up with an app description for them. If you're familiar, I know you are, but if the viewers are familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, they're kind of like Fates from that game.
That's what I was thinking, yeah, when you mentioned. But I didn't want to do that because I want to keep my nerd cred intact.
Uh-huh. That's okay. You've got me to destroy it for you.
What little nerd cred I have, the modicum of...
So this public event's all about clearing waves of enemies. This zone we have to go to will move. So it's timed very strictly. You have to kill things really quick and then move quickly as well. Like, I am nowhere near going to finish this one. Because I'm tied up killing those things that I really don't need to over there.
Where are your friends?
My friends, oh, they're off doing whatever they're doing.
This is when you should have summoned your motorbike.
You know, I was just thinking that same thing. It's a shame I didn't think of that when I was actually playing. Whoopsie.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, actually, a good reason why I'm not actually killing these things as fast as I should be is that public events are tuned for more than one player. So the enemies all have way too much health. And as you can see, I'm just being pelted from everywhere here.
I'm assuming they also do a lot more damage.
A bit, yeah. It's not that much more damage, but it is enough to feel it. Like, that shouldn't have brought me down to sub-shield level. So, yeah.
I can see the franticness to get this complete in what you're doing.
Yeah. Too bad.
Oh well, you tried.
Good work.
Hey, I got
Hit
bronze
them all
tier.
next time.
A participation award.
Good job, buddy. You tried, and that's all that matters.
That's fine. Now we can go look for that golden chest.
Oh boy. I love looking for golden chests.
Ah,
No
So-
sarcasm here.
I was really on the right track when that public event spawned. I was so close, and then I turned back to do the public event, and now I'm back to where I started.
Oh boy. I'm sure future
It's
Python is
fine.
kicking past Python in the ass right now.
It's fine. Everything's
Do I
fine.
see a
Look,
glint of gold? Nope.
you might have. You might have. Keep going down. What? No, wait, what are you doing? Get back there.
Ooh.
See that little lower level? There you go.
Ah, there it is.
See, I was on the right track. I just needed a couple more minutes. And hey, we got a weapon for it.
Nice, a new Grimoire card.
Yeah, a new Grimoire card for the weapon type we got. So that's fun.
Gotta collect them all.
I don't like the sight. I don't like the sight on this thing
It's
at all.
very ACOG.
Yeah, I've never really liked ACOG sights.
Yeah, neither
And
have I.
I've never really liked pulse rifles either, which is what this is. It's a 3-round burst. Very accurate, short distance, but at long range you're better off using something else.
I like burst fire. I don't like
we're done.
ACOGs though.
We're done.
Oh.
Thanks for watching.